Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. Feel free to check out my other reviews, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, other Star Wars shows, Bad Batch, as well as some other just general Star Wars discussions, whether it's Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, all those different things. And also feel free to check out my sequel trilogy remake. Those videos tell a totally different story you might like. And also, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Let's get into this. So, Tales of the Jedi, Episode 1, Ahsoka is born and in this village of her people, and everyone's all excited about it and making this huge issue about this newborn baby, sort of the classic trope we've seen. And that's really neither here nor there. And then a year later, her tribe has this tradition where they literally send out the mom with her 1-year-old baby in a sack attached to her to go on a hunt. And I'm like, really? Why? Like, it's her mother bringing her baby. And talk about impractical and unsafe and weird. And of course, there's really nasty predators on this planet. And, hunting with a baby attached. Like, is anyone doing this? Like, when they go out on a hunt with their 1-year-old baby? And of course, it's just a really weak plot device so that she could have this encounter with this giant predator, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then, of course, they're on the hunt, and this giant saber-toothed tiger-looking predator shows up. And Ahsoka's mother, fights with the beast, and she screams, and the townspeople hear her, and they all come to help her and Ahsoka from getting killed. Of course, because you're bringing your 1-year-old baby out on a hunt. Like, it's just so dumb. And of course it's dumb, and it was just a plot device to get the baby with this predator. And then the villagers, they don't get there in time, of course, and the predator takes baby Ahsoka, who within seconds should have been dead, but of course she lives because plot armor, we know she's going to live, so this saber-toothed tiger takes her into the forest. And then, however long later, the sun's going down, it looks like it's hours later, the same predator that takes her for food is with her in the forest and struggles with the idea of eating her. And she touches its head and he won't eat her, and it's like, this is the best they could think of as to why she survived. Like, you couldn't have her dad come and sacrifice himself for her or something, or her mom, and tell an exciting story like that. No, it's just she touches the thing's head, and you're like, oh, it's Grogu again. And she knows how to use the Force like Grogu from birth, not knowing anything about it. Then for no reason, the predator who risked his life to get this food lets her ride him back to safety, to the village. And she's all giggling, riding on his back. So it's nonsense. Like, it's such a weakly written, dumb story. Like, they should never have put this in there. And then the elder lady of the village, explains why Ahsoka survives by saying she's a Jedi. At 1 year old, and no idea what the Force is, training is. The writers literally made up a ridiculous tradition that's very dangerous within her tribe of bringing an extremely vulnerable baby out on a hunt so they could justify Disney Star Wars and their need to make Jedi superheroes instead of learning the craft. And then the old lady says she's a Jedi. And again, they're throwing out the entire lore of Star Wars, and which is an interesting factor of Star Wars, so I don't know why they would do that. So, like, for example, remember Luke impressing Vader in Empire? He was like, oh, he's made progress. And he says, oh, that's impressive what you're doing, but you're not a Jedi yet. You haven't done enough to become a Jedi yet. That's the lore of Star Wars. It's not, you're born with it. They did that with Rey. They did that with Grogu. They're doing that with Ahsoka now, in a retcon of her established lore of her learning the craft, right, in the Clone Wars. And it's just, why would you do this? It's not exciting. The story wasn't exciting. Everything just happens because she just is able, and there's nothing there, and everything's just like, you're a Jedi now. It's just entitlement. And you guys let me know in the comment section. I find that boring. I find that the lore of Star Wars is now twisted, and it's, again, from their perspective, you're trying to write shows where you need interesting things happening, and now you don't need that whole learning the craft side of it. And that's part of the reason Rey was such a boring character and why people have problems with her, because they took that whole thing out. You have a half an hour of Canto Bight, but you don't have Rey honing her craft, for example, in The Force Awakens. That's why I did my remake where some of those scenes are switched up. She does the mind trick on Kylo because she's already trained with Luke in The Force Awakens. So there's at least some backing as the viewer. You go, oh, she went through some trials, and so she's able to do some of these things. So you guys let me know. Like, I find this boring, weak writing, lazy writing, and now it's a lore breaker and a retcon of Ahsoka in one very boring, dumb episode of this show. I haven't even seen the other ones yet. But anyways, you guys let me know in the comment section, and yeah, please like and subscribe. Have a good day.